Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. Rhea Ripley has had a meteoric rise in WWE, capturing gold and hearts alike with her talent and commitment. In a recent interview, she talked about her earliest victories, which apparently still hold a special place in her heart. Before her impactful run on the main roster, Ripley made waves in NXT after confronting the women's champion at the time, Shayna Baszler. Despite Shayna being one of the toughest stars on the roster, the Eradicator was able to defeat her in a grueling singles match, kickstarting her dominant run as the NXT Women's Champion. In an exclusive interview with Sportskeeda Wrestling, Ripley was asked about her reaction after the win. She stated, "Man, just pure excitement. I was so pumped, it felt like all the struggles I had gone through in the past 2 to 3 years at the Performance Center, I felt like it finally accumulated to this successful point in my career. Like I had won the NXT UK Women's Championship, I was the inaugural Women's Champion. But to actually make it onto NXT, the main developmental brand, and take out someone with such a historic run like Shayna Baszler, who was undefeated. She had like one of the longest streaks in NXT apart from Asuka. It felt incredible." 256 onwards, Rhea Ripley talked about what she did after winning against WWE star Shayna Baszler. According to the Eradicator, her adrenaline and excitement after the WWE match led to her stealing a pair of sunglasses from a fan. Adding to her previous comments in the exclusive interview, she explained how glad she was to see the response from the fans after her win. She added, "I was so full of emotions and excitement after that match. That was a long match. That was one of my longest matches that I had at that point. So when the crowd started coming into the ring and I had my own little mosh pit, they picked me up, I was just so ecstatic. I think even before that, I went out and I started running laps. I started running in the crowds, I stole someone's sunglasses. And I did all this crazy stuff because I was so full of adrenaline and excitement." 334 onwards, for now, fans will have to stay tuned to see how the rest of her WWE run pans out. Rhea Ripley sat in her dimly lit living room, the gentle hum of the television in the background, a soft glow illuminating her intense eyes. Her mind wandered back to that unforgettable night, one of the biggest wins in her WWE career. With a cup of tea cradled in her hands, she leaned back into her plush sofa, ready to share her story. "It felt incredible," she began, her voice carrying a mix of awe and satisfaction. "There are moments in your career that define you, and this was definitely one of them. The anticipation leading up to the event was electric. The Royal Rumble, one of WWE's most prestigious pay-per-views, was always filled with excitement, drama, and unexpected twists. For Rhea, this year's Rumble was different. It was a chance to prove herself, to etch her name into the annals of WWE history. In the weeks leading up to the Rumble, I pushed myself harder than ever before," Rhea recalled. "I knew this could be a turning point for me. The training was grueling, but I thrived on the challenge." As the night of the Royal Rumble arrived, the atmosphere was palpable with excitement. Fans from all over the world had filled the stadium, their cheers creating a thunderous roar. Backstage, the wrestlers were buzzing with nervous energy, each one eyeing the prize, a main event spot at WrestleMania. "When my music hit, and I walked out onto that stage, I felt a surge of adrenaline like never before," Rhea said, her eyes lighting up. "The crowd's energy was infectious, and it fueled me throughout the match. The Royal Rumble match itself was a test of endurance and strategy. 30 women would enter, but only one would emerge victorious." Rhea entered the ring with a fierce determination, taking on all challengers with her trademark intensity and skill. One by one, her opponents fell, and the crowd's support for her grew louder with each elimination. "Every elimination felt like a small victory," she explained. "But I knew the real battle was still ahead." As the match progressed, the ring began to empty, and the remaining competitors eyed each other warily. The final moments were a blur of action and emotion. Rhea found herself face-to-face with one of her toughest rivals, Charlotte Flair, a woman who had become a measuring stick for greatness in WWE. Facing Charlotte in those final moments was surreal, Rhea admitted. She's one of the best, and I knew I had to bring everything I had to beat her. The clash between Rhea and Charlotte was a spectacle in itself. The two women traded blows, each move met with gasps and cheers from the audience. The tension was almost unbearable as they teetered on the edge of elimination. It was a battle of wills, Rhea recalled. Neither of us wanted to give an inch. In a dramatic sequence, Rhea summoned every ounce of her strength and cunning. With a burst of energy, she hoisted Charlotte over the top rope, sending her crashing to the floor below. The crowd erupted in a deafening cheer as Rhea Ripley stood victorious, her arms raised in triumph. "I couldn't believe it," she said, her voice still tinged with disbelief. "In that moment, I felt like I was on top of the world." The victory was more than just a win, it was a statement. Rhea Ripley had arrived, and she was here to stay. The significance of her achievement wasn't lost on her. As she celebrated in the ring, she felt a profound sense of pride and accomplishment. Winning the Royal Rumble was a dream come true, she reflected. It was a validation of all the hard work, the sacrifices, and the dedication I've put into my career. But the journey didn't end there. With her Royal Rumble win, Rhea earned the right to challenge for a championship at WrestleMania. The road to WrestleMania was filled with its own set of challenges and obstacles, but Rhea faced them head-on, driven by the momentum of her Rumble victory. "The road to WrestleMania was intense," she said. "But I knew that the Royal Rumble win had given me the confidence and the drive to succeed." In the weeks that followed, Rhea prepared meticulously for her WrestleMania moment. The grandest stage of them all awaited her, and she was determined to make the most of the opportunity. "Stepping onto the WrestleMania stage was a dream come true," she recalled. "I knew that this was my chance to solidify my place in WWE history." The match itself was a testament to Rhea's skill, heart, and determination. She faced off against a formidable champion, delivering a performance that left the WWE Universe in awe. In a hard-fought battle, Rhea emerged victorious, capturing the championship and cementing her legacy. "Standing in the ring with the championship in my hands was the culmination of everything I'd worked for," she said, a smile spreading across her face. "It was a moment I'll never forget." Rhea Ripley's journey to one of her biggest wins in WWE was a story of perseverance, determination, and unwavering belief in herself. As she sat in her living room, reflecting on her incredible journey, she knew that this was just the beginning. The future held even greater challenges and opportunities, and Rhea Ripley was ready to face them head-on. "It felt incredible," she repeated, a look of steely determination in her eyes. "And I can't wait to see what comes next."